Hey, welcome back. So since the main grammatical theme of this unit, stage 13, is all about infinitives, those verb forms that end in RE and are translated to verb, and since infinitives in Latin are often accompanied by either volo, nolo, or possum, since all three of those are weird verbs in Latin, irregular verbs, they don't follow sometimes the normal patterns, at least at first glance, and since the linking verb is listed as an official vocab list in stage 13, that would be sum, esse, fui, to be, I felt like it would be good just to sort of review irregular verbs in general. So here we go. We're going to start with sum, and the present tense of sum, oh, we know this, going all the way back, our old song, sum est, sumus est sunt. So keep practicing that one. There are all the forms of sum. Now have your irregular verb chart out, please, and make sure that you have these written down under the present tense form of sum. And then after we learn the present tense of sum, we also learned the imperfect tense, which is aram, aras, arat, aramus, aratus, arant, etc. By itself, it's imperfect tense. It's translated was or were. And so here we have was or were. Now, the future tense form is something that we learned relatively recently. It was last unit, stages 11 and 12, when we talked about the future tense. I don't have a song for it. It'd be great if you guys could come up with a song and share it with me. Hello, extra credit. Now here we go. Ero, eris, erit, erimus, eritus, erunt. So you still have like the O means I, S means you, T means he, she, it, mus means we, tis means y'all, and T means they pattern. It's just that instead of having a rama rasa rat, for example, you have a whole bunch of I's plus that you in the third person plural. So that's the future tense form. Now, I think I told you guys to jot this down a long time ago. Now that you know that verbs in Latin have three parts, they actually have four parts, but don't worry about that for now. Now that you know that they have three parts, and the middle one is the infinitive, look how irregular that infinitive is. It does not end in RE, right? It's esse. The third part, is the perfect tense stem, or the perfect tense form. And so here it's fui. Now, this is where it gets regular. In other words, there's nothing weird about the formation of the perfect tense, because what do? You take the third part and you add iesti et imus istis erunt, erunt, etc. It's translated as verbida. So fui, fuisti, fuit, fuimus, fuistis, fuerunt. Say that 5 times fast. And you see the appropriate translation. Okay, now once again, because infinitives are often accompanied by these verbs, possum, posse, potui, volo, vele, volui, nolo, nole, noloui, and because they're irregular, we've got to go over those forms. Now possum we covered a little bit when we talked about the National Latin Exam, which hopefully those results will come back at some point in late April, early May. Here are the present tense forms of possum. Possum is just a compound form of sum. So you can still see sum, as, est, sumus, estis, sunt there. It just has some letters, additional letters in front of it, either POS or POT. Possum, potest, potest, possumus, potestis, possunt. You're more often than not going to see in the stories that you read in Latin the third person singular and plural forms, potest and possunt. And sometimes you'll see possum and possumus, the first person singular and plural. I would say it's going to be fairly rare that you would see the second person singular or plural, but we should still know them anyway. And of course, this means to be able. I am able, you are able. And what does that naturally want with it? It wants an infinitive. I am able to swim. Y'all are able to run, etc. Now, how do we take this and make it imperfect tense? Well, boom, there it is. Look at it. It's still, because it's a compound form of sum, it's still aram, aras, arat, aramos, aratus, aran, but it's got these three letters in front of it. P-O-T, potaram, potaras, potarat, potaramus, potaratus, potarant. And you see the appropriate translations. Now, how would you do the future? I bet you could figure it out. There it is. Ero, eris, erit. Erimus, eritus, erunt. It just has P-O-T in front of it. Potaro, potaris, potarit. I will be able, you will be able, he, she, it will be able, etc. Potarimus, potaritus, poterunt. And then the only other tense that we know is the perfect tense. Now, look up here, if you'll notice, boom, possum, posse, potui, boom, the infinitive is posse. Again, just like esse, it's irregular, it does not end in re. But the perfect tense is normal in that we just take the third part of the verb, potu, and then we add iestiademus istis erunt. There it is. Iestiad Emus estis erunt. So I have been able, you have been able, et cetera, et cetera. So there you have it. Those are all the forms of possum that we need to know for now. The only thing that I would draw your attention to going back just a second is actually, never mind. Nothing I need to draw your attention to at all there. Let's just move on. So that's possum. Now we have another verb, wolo, to want. Now here's the thing about wolo. Its imperfect tense forms and its perfect tense forms look totally normal. For wolo, the craziness is just in the present tense. I mean, look at this. Wolo then becomes wees and then becomes wolt. And you're like, what? No, come on, this is ridiculous. But the present tense song pattern still stands. O means I, S means you, T means he, she, it. Moose means we, tis means yaw, and T means they. So wolo, wees, wolt. Wolumus, woltus, wolunt. Now there is a song for this, and I'll have to, it's kind of obscure. Many of you might have watched Winnie the Pooh, ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da, bum bum bum, Winnie the Pooh, ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. I'll find a YouTube video with the theme song for Winnie the Pooh. I personally have forgotten the words to it, but the tune has always been in my head. And I don't remember exactly which Latin teacher came up with this, but it works. And it goes, Wo Louise Wolt, Wo Louise Wolt, Wo Lamoose Woltus Wolon, bum bum bum, Wo Louise Wolt, Wo Louise Wolt, Wo Lamoose Woltus Wolont. So just try that in all the spare time that you have. Now the imperfect, I think I told you, is going to be completely normal. Look at it, it's got bomb, boss, bod, bomb, spot, bond. Imperfect tense was verbing. So it's just wole bomb, wole boss, wole bot, etc., etc., etc. No issues there. Now the future tense is something I don't want to even talk about with wolo right now, or ever for that matter. And the same with nolo. We're not going to talk about the future tense. So we're just going to do present, imperfect, and perfect. Perfect, boom. It's also normal too. You take the third part, woloi, and it's iestied, imusistisa run, translated as verb da. I wanted, you wanted, woloi, woluisti, etc., etc. So really, wolo is just weird right there in the present tense. So guess what? With nolo, meaning to not want, and think about it, want and not want, those kind of need an infinitive. I want to go outside and run around with people. I do not want, however, to catch the coronavirus, right? We need an infinitive. So look at nolo here. Nolo is odd in the present tense. I mean, look, some of the forms are actually two separate words. Nolo, non vis, non volt, nolomus, non voltis, nolunt. But if you know wolo, wolois volt, wolois volt, wolomus, voltus, wolon, bum bum bum, wolois volt, wolois volt, wolomus, voltus, wolont, then you kind of know nolo, or at least you'd be able to figure it out if you saw it in a sentence. So here are the forms for nolo, present tense. They look weird. But then when you move to the imperfect tense, just like wolo, it becomes normal. So you got nole bom, nole bos, nole bot. I was not wanting, you were not wanting, etc. Very nice. And then, as I'm sure you can guess, the perfect tense form also completely normal. No lui, no luisti, no luit. Iestiid, emusisti, erunt, perfect tense translated as verb. And so here, I guess the appropriate translation would be I did not want. That's how we would render that in the perfect tense in English. Okay, so once again, present tense is weird, but imperfect and perfect are totally normal. Okay, now let's look at some examples. You guys had these examples to do for homework, so let's just go over them. Ego pugnare possum. Well, there it is. I am able to fight. Nos effugere non possumus. Well, this comes from possum, and it's sumus, like sum as est, sumus estis sunt, plus it ends in mus. We know the subject has to be we, plus there's nos. We are not able to flee or to escape, whatever you want to say. How about number 3? To laborare non vis. Now, non vis comes from wola vis volt, wola vis volt, wola mus voltus wolon, bum bum bum. And it's to not want, so you do not want to work. How about number 4? Cocuus, cenam optimam parare potest. Potest comes from possum, the cook is able to prepare the best dinner. Look at number 5. Celeriter currere potestis. So I see estis there, sum as est, sumus estis sunt, or I can just think about tis. Tis means y'all. So y'all are able to run quickly. How about number 6? In villa manere nolo. Nolo means I do not want to stay in the house. Laborare nolunt. Ends in nt. Nt means they. They do not want to work. And last but not least, vinum bibere volumus. Mus means we. We want to drink wine. Wow, gosh, look at that. There it is. So that's how these irregular verbs will show up in conjunction with the infinitive, kind of piecing it all together from stage 13. Thanks so much. Make sure you filled in that irregular verb chart. I'll be available for tutorial later this week. Ask me any questions. Bye-bye.